luck at work. Did I miss much when I passed out last night? When did you pass out? That's the real question. I will explain in a second. Okay. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm definitely not wiping my face. It's stuff. It's just me. Hi, hello. Welcome back to more Ace Attorney. Yes, we didn't finish it last night. Woo! Yes, I'm elated to be here. All right. It's too late, guys. We have to keep going. We have the answers, which I will reiterate for Aylin. Let's go, Marineford case. What? What? Anyway, Illy. Yay. Yay. And also, good job, Turtle. Love it, okay? Love to see the inspiration. Keep going, okay? If you can successfully, like, you're doing this on the behalf of all Australians, okay? And we thank you. And New Zealanders, effectively. So thank you. Maybe I need to guzzle a bottle of water. That sounds good. Do that. Last case of Ace Attorney. Gonna get placed by the Pan Attorney. For a second I was like, what? And then I was like, oh, right. I love that. The Pan Attorney. It's just Samwise Gamgee with a pen and a lawyer's degree. Okay. Alright, okay. Alright, Aylin! It's Aylin! Aylin! How, what do you remember from last night? I have a message. Sorry, Mom just messaged. I wanna be funny. Give me a second. Give me a second, guys. I'm trying to find a cow emote. There we go. Sorry, I'm being silly. I'm being silly! Shush! Okay, hi, hello. I remember the thing played two things and Eggplant Man, not Eggman, was being fucking stupid at the start trying to blame Gina. Oh, Eggert. Yes, that does make more sense. Ace Attorney, future Space Attorney. Oh my god. We already had Pan Attorney, now Space Attorney, Ace Attorney, whatever, fuck, whatever. Oh, and the person found out about bin chickens, which they be funky boys. They are. They're terrifying, okay? I actually saw one in a bin once. I know, crazy. I always thought the thing about them being bin chickens was kind of a joke, and then I went to uni, and there they were, bin chickens, just hanging out. I'm like, where have you been my whole life? Give them a kiss. No. Excuse me, autocorrect. I did not add the word plant there. I don't know what you mean. You totally did. We found out it was actually done by Gina, and the Vamp Boy is traveling to Hungary right now to the year of our Lord 2026. Yeah! Lily's like, we need him in the upcoming elections. Let's go. Oh my god. Don't worry, Lil. Don't worry, Lil. We're beside you, okay? Okay. To get cuffed by you, or are you cuffing him? Both! It can be both. That's the great thing. Okay. This time I made it reply. Yes. Wouldn't want to get called a bitch. I'm sorry! I'll never do it again, okay? No, okay, so we'll see how it goes. I do though. Okay, so love you. Yeah, love you too. You're great. You're wonderful. You're the mother of all my orbs. Praise chicken. Oh my god. I was being silly because I was like, I don't want to remove my back from my heat pack. And then I was leaning forward, my back cracked anyway. Okay, so much for being melodramatic. Just chicken. Praise chicken. Bark, 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 bark. You're welcome. Only you're welcome. Okay. All right. You know, I'm gonna move the heat pack a lower down. My leggies and stuff are a little sore from all the pain. Yummy. I had chicken breasts yesterday with my salad. You should have had woman breasts. I'm just saying. I think you could be more lesbian. What? Sorry. sorry. Okay. So true. So true. I need to be up early tomorrow. Yo, same. You and me, girly, against the world. Okay. Let me explain it, Aylin, while I have your attention. Okay. Should I just bring up the video? No, my brain's like, what did happen? Okay, so basically we found out that the two different discs were in a music box, right? And those were together were made to make Morse code, okay? And the Morse code was obviously detailing government secrets, okay? So after all of this happens, the guy, the Eggert guy, he's like, oh, I didn't do it. I saw her do it. And so he makes this whole claim about, oh, I saw all of this through the peephole in the door. And of course, we already know the secret stuff, where basically we know that the peephole was only made, after Maya used the Cato flap to make a hole in the door in order to be able to see into the crime scene. Okay? I don't need to be up early tomorrow. Good. I heard discs and immediately thought you were trying to describe your back. No, not me. Maybe a different day. We'll save that for, like, Patreon content. Hi guys, you wanna see how my back's fucked up? No, my back's fine. Okay, only hands. You fucking know it. Okay. Okay. What, another method of sending you money? Count me in. You can do, you don't have to, you know that. I think you would do it as a joke. That's the funny thing. If I legitimately made an OnlyFans account and put up pictures of myself, not even explicitly, like as a joke, you would still be like, I want to see it. Okay, sorry, focus. I can't afford to give Hannah any more money. Can I pay in orbs? I can afford to give you more money though, is what I'm hearing. Okay, Aylin, okay, the story, right, okay, I literally lost my I lost my train so much, I had to grab a lasso around it. Okay. What happened next? Okay, so we basically called him out for all his lies. Yay! And we also found out that he made a claim where he's like, I'm not related to any of the people, I'm not related to anyone who's a part of like who's a part of like any of the crime that happened. Anyway, but we find out from the apple and pear guy, who's known him since he was a kid. He used to be last name was Milverton, okay? And Milverton is the last name of the man who died in the third case, okay? The one with Magnus McGilded and the omnibus and everything. He is Eggert's dad, okay? So we find out that he is Eggert's dad, and basically it was Eggert was the one, we're just calling him Eggert now, even though he has a different name. Eggert was the person who he's been trading government secrets to get more money, okay, because he has a money problem. Anyway, so he gets his dad involved by making the music box, but then he pays his dad like a separate amount of like a sum, and the dad's like, this is fucking sus. So that's why the Milverton, the dad, ended up in the omnibus that night with McGilded because he was like, I think he was like basically saying like, don't, you know, convince my son to do these terrible things. And Magnus McGilded went, fuck you, and stabbed him, okay? So the reason that McGilded died after the case, though, was because Eggert was there, and he knew that Magnus was the one that killed his father, so he made sure he died anyway, okay? So he was the one that, he paid off some people to trap him inside of the omnibus and set it ablaze, okay? I would never pay for that content. My 5 alt accounts, though, God bless you. In the anime cutscene of Ryunosuke looking through the peephole, its knob has iris flower logo. Wait, really? No, I don't probably have a screenshot of it. But good pickup, good pickup. I only picked up on it because it showed the 2 photos. But like I figured it out way earlier on in the beginning of the trial, and obviously it's not pertinent till the end of the trial, but whatever. Anyway, so Irish man still dead. Yes, Irish man is still almost definitely dead. Woo, unless he comes back in the second one, maybe? What's next? Did anything else happen? Yeah, it was basically just like the cataflap stuff. And then he's suddenly like explaining everything. So we are now in the process of, and he is admitting to murdering Magnus McGilded. And yeah, so we're like right at the end of the trial. We're about to like, they're kind of like explaining everything that's happened up until this point. I read about halfway through it and then I was like, okay, I'm going to bed. We'll finish this in the morning. We'll finish this, guys, because I know this will still take me like half an hour or more to get through. Because there's usually like a whole ending scene of like, oh my god, life is good. Wow, I'm gonna stay in America, and not America, the other place. So we'll probably start the second game today, guys. We're gonna start the second game. I think we'll just start the second game, see where it finishes, whether it'll take me the rest of the week or not, and then we'll decide what the fuck I'm playing next, because I've got work the next couple of days, so to even stop and contemplate what I want to play next, like I have to probably, like if I do Mass Effect 3, I need to move the PS4 into here, which does not take a lot of effort, but I will not do it. I will not do it in the next couple of days. Second game, yeah, like I do really want to play the second game, and I think like we'll put it like a shoe into it, okay? We're gonna put a shoe into the next game, and then like, you know, whenever I feel like I need to have a break or something, I'll go back to it. So, did someone say Ass Effect 3? You know it. I don't know, finally getting around to Mass Effect 3 is apparently highly wanted, so Skyrim, don't precious love. Don't listen, she's there, she's talking to me, okay? Don't I say that because I was watching my dad play Skyrim on the weekend and I'm sitting there like, what's stopping me from just starting a whole new playthrough of Skyrim? And I'm like, no, Hannah. But also, I haven't replayed a lot of games recently, so obviously I've been a good girl. I deserve my Skyrim playthrough, but also I know I'm gonna get halfway through the game and then I'm gonna be like, damn, I'm bored, or man, no one cares about this. And then I'll be like, why am I playing this? And then I'll play it for 2 extra weeks for no reason. Reminds Hannah about Pokemon Champions. I don't give a shit about Pokemon Champions, okay? It's an online MMR. Don't give a shit, as far as I understand. I must be a contrarian, so I must say, play small effect. But is it even an effect? Wouldn't it be the opposite of effect? Something that's unaffected? So the small unaffected. What's Pokemon Champions? Oops, caps locks. She's really excited about it. I can make a crazy bingo card. I feel like this is unfair. Daylight come and me wanna go home. We say no. You got this, turtle. Get home safely, okay? Slowly but surely. Remember to stop and take a nap if you need to. Alright. Nah, effect sounds more bootleggy. Small effect. I don't even know what you would do. Small effect is what I imagine It Takes Two, the game's original name was. Also requires you to not suck at battling. Exactly, Con! Thank you for understanding, okay? I'm not gonna turn away from this. I suck at Pokemon battles, okay? I suck. I am the worst, okay? Do not make me do it, and I won't. I have Procopia now. Y'all can stand the fuck back, okay? Procopia is life, okay? I mean, I would buy you Phasmo, but I don't think you'd play it. We've talked about this. I would need confirmation that I'm definitely going to play it at least more than 3 times. Sorry, I saw nothing scary. I saw nothing scary in particular, and I got scared. Okay, gotta go. Love you, Lily. You're right, there are better games out there. Procopia, Ass Effect. Con, on a scale of like 1 to 10, how excited would you be for me to actually play Mass Effect 3? Find out it's like a 0 because you don't give a shit. In other news, new Starfield update just dropped. Are you joking? I really want you to be joking because, ugh. But who knows? Who knows? I have the game, God forbid. You know what? I'm looking for my own amusement. Oh my god, new content released. The Terran Armada, a ruthless faction of military deserters, have built an army of robots to unite humanity by force. As if anyone's gonna buy that. Guys, I got 9 achievements in that game. How does she do it? Ugh. I don't even want to look at it. Okay. It's happier things. Like Fields of Mystrium. Okay. Oh, I turned like the sound off. That's right. I might actually watch your streams for once. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay, cool. All right. That's a decent amount of excitement, I must say. Wait, that's basically the plot of Mass Effect. Wait, really? We'll find out. We'll find out. Spoilers. Oh. But that would be the joy. A few times of play would be fucking funny. We'll see when it's on special. Is it on special? I have to admit, I feel like I've become more and more like of a cheapskate these days. I can't spell. Oh, good. I can spell. No, I can't spell, but it corrected it for me. That's good. I will pay attention of it next time it is on special. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, becoming more and more of a... The cheap? What did I say? I feel like I'm becoming more and more of a cheap ass these days. There we go. Because, like, I'll have a game that's like $35, maybe $45 regular, and then it goes down to like 27, and my brain still goes, that's too much. Maybe it's just because I'm poor, but like, we're doing fine. Okay. At least the robot bit. That's just being less irresponsible with money. Thanks, Con. I'm doing it. I'm slaying. I'm being a good girl. I have to admit, the amount of video games I buy now are like, they were already pretty small, but you know, like how you have periods of your life where you're like, man, this, like, especially when you're a kid, you're like, oh my god, there's so many video games I want to play, you know, like, oh, like, and there's this one, and oh, I've never seen this until today, but it's only $2, you know? And I feel like I did a lot of that. And especially like when I first got a job, it's like, oh my god, I have like more money now and I can spend more on video games. And now it's like, Are you the next, like, are you the next Zelda? Then I'm not talking to you. Are you the next Pokemon game? Don't care. Are you the next? I say that, there's a lot of other games I still really want to play. Like, we have Silk Song. We'll get there, guys. We'll get there. That reminds me, when's the 9th? Oh, the 9th is tomorrow. The new Power Wash sim update is coming out. There's an update. There's an Adventure Time pack coming out. Woo. Yeah, and because a lot of games haven't been announced yet for this first half of the year, I'm kind of like, all right, like, compared to, like, I feel like the last couple of years where I feel like there's been one big game a month. So I'd be spending like $90 a month on every video game. I haven't been doing that. I literally have no plans for April as of yet. And the only thing I care about at the moment is Lego Batman. Lego Batman and then the Yoshi game that's coming out, and that's both in May. So like rolling in it right now. And I have more money this weekend. It's gonna be great. You could also Terraria. No, shut your mouth, Aelin! Hanson should show me! Oh my god, we should do that now, after this. Guys, starting this game? Nah, the sequel to this game, it's Terraria now. Have I not shown you Terraria again? Okay, let's do this. Oh god, the voices though. I'm definitely getting tired of the voices, I will not lie. Let me reread the last couple of lines just so we can properly kind of figure out what's happening. But that wasn't the end of it for me. There was a loose end, you see. A loose end. Yes, I should think it obvious. The second disc, which my father had taken to exchange with Mr. McGilded. Ah, yes. There was indeed no mention of it in the man's trial 2 months ago. Clearly, it was because it had been removed from the scene of the crime. When I realized it was missing, I remembered something. Something from the first time I dealt with Mr. McGilded. With McGilded. I really like these kind of color pieces. This is the first of the 2 discs, and the music box you need to play them with. Well, would you look at that now? Look at an ingenious little invention. So then, as promised, 10 guineas for you, young man. Well, what's this? Windybanks' pawnbrokery. Aye, 'tis a pawnbrokery ticket, so it is. You can use it to redeem an article that I've deposited there for you. There's no need to give it a name, just hand it over the ticket and tell the feed in the watchword. I've put a jewel in pawn for you. It'll fetch a good 10 guinea. If you sell it, so it will. Never heard of a pawnbrokery being used in quite the way before. Have you not, Mr. Graydon? London's pawnbrokeries are very useful, you know. Each one is like an extremely secure vault. Oh my god, that's the same way Hurley would explain it. Okay. Hi, Babylon. Tell the Sprite isn't good enough for hydration. What? That Sprite isn't good enough for hydration. What? What's Sprite? Every time you say you'll show me a different game comes up. Don't make me unfriendly. What? Am I missing something? I didn't read what they said, but yes, to Gina. Sorry, it was because I was half clicked into the game. I remember now that when we first met you at the Windybanks that afternoon 2 days ago, you had a description of Miss Lestrade written down. How did you know who we were looking for? From the trial, that pickpocket's testimony was clearly peculiar. Anyone could see that. I realized immediately that she was another of McGilded's pawns, that he must have threatened her somehow. I was fairly convinced it would be her who had the ticket, so I started to make some inquiries. I had a strong suspicion the girl would come out of woodwork of the redemption timeline. Timeline, blah, 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 blah. We were having a debate today similar to you and I about hydration. What? You're saying coffee doesn't count. It doesn't! I mentioned because I'm nauseous, Sprite is basically the only thing I could drink that doesn't add to it. I mean, Sprite is pretty good. It's funny because I'm sure Con would say the complete opposite. Con's like, no, Sprite, keep it away! There's a whole scene in my head. Okay. The point is, he doesn't like fizzy drinks. Coffee doesn't count. Coffee dehydrates you. If you drink pure fucking coffee, like a long black, all right, that ain't gonna hydrate you, okay? We're gonna go into this again. Does coffee dehydrate you? I need to Google a word. Fuck, can't spell it. We're doing good. It said something about diuretics, and I'm trying to figure out what the fuck a diuretic is. You know, I'm just gonna... I can't read this. I don't know what a diuretic is. I like how one of the first things, caffeinated drinks usually won't dehydrate you, but the water is still your best option. Dude, you should drink more water though. Is it not true, Hannah? We Googled this already, but it's still, like, coffee is still bad for you. Okay, I'm just saying. Coffee is worse for you than water. Drink water. We believe in drinking water here, okay? Chat's cute. Might make you pee more, that's what it is. Oh, is that what that meant? Barracks, commonly known as, I like how how did you figure that out? Are a substance or medication that help the kidneys remove excess salt and water from the body through urine. Wait, so coffee helps you, okay. Coffee helps you pee, that's nice. But it does not dehydrate, that's my gripe. Okay, fine, it hydrates you a little bit, but not as good as water, okay? The coffee is bad, okay? Coffee doesn't count, okay? Oh my god. And yes, sure enough she did. All I needed to do was wait until the girl went to Windybanks's to redeem the articles. But unfortunately, she redeemed only McGilden's overcoat and the one disc that was in its pocket. The all-important music box was the second disc inside was missing. Because it had already been forfeited 2 days earlier. But I was unaware of that fact. Had I not been, I could have avoided my nighttime excursion. Meanwhile, as our investigation into the stolen government secrets was progressing, we'd picked up on the fact that McGilden was involved. Inspector, you've recovered fast. Recovered from what? My orders were to recover the stolen information as quickly as possible, so we started gathering the fella's possessions and examining whatever we could lay our hands on. We had a full-scale investigation going at the yard, but we had to keep it as quiet as we could. Then, when the inspector here took the disc from me in the pawnbrokery that day, I became nervous. I was sure the music box and the second disc were still there in the shop somewhere, so I knew that it was a race against time. I had to find those articles before the police did. So that's what prompted you to break into the place that same night. Last time you learned milk had better hydration qualities. No, I don't. I refuse Kotowaru. Okay. The point is, drink water, okay? The water is better. Everybody promotes water more than anything else, okay? With the help of your old friends, the Skulkin brothers. I have been. Good. Keep it up, okay? Keep going. As someone who's like low on water right now. Slaps. My ear is playing tricks. I need the Sprite to not vomit. Yeah, no, that's fine. Sorry, for a second I was like, are you pouring Sprite in your ear? Oh, I had so many questions. Okay. It's okay, everything makes sense. The nauseous part, right. Mm-hmm. Yes. My god, Han. Listen, Aylin, whatever you do, don't pour Sprite into your ear, okay? I don't think it will help the situation, okay? Just make sure you don't do that. What happened that night in the pawnbrokery, I can only describe as a nightmare. Yeah. Oh no, the poor rich guy wanted more money and he shot somebody. You could have stopped at any point. While Nash and Ringo were searching the counter, I'd located the music box I'd sold to McGilded on the shelves of forfeited articles. The second disc was inside. Yes, I'd slipped it into my pocket with a very deep sigh of relief. But then, something entirely unexpected happened. Here's all your explanation. I love you. I love you too! BRB, pouring Sprite in my ear. No! What are you doing in my shop? So he was the first one shot that night. Interesting. A gunshot rang out in the shop and I felt a sharp pain in my left arm. And the broker fight has gone and the bullet pierced your limb. Yes, exactly. But unfortunately, I decided to bring my own gun with me that night, just in case. I mean, he only had one bullet, so like, you just technically shot him unarmed. You suck. Before I knew what was happening, I'd fired back. The man had already turned to flee. I hadn't intended to fire in his direction, much less kill him. Good job, idiot. But unfortunately for both of us, the bullet hit home. It struck him in the middle of his back as he fled through the storeroom door for refuge. Bro could have just not. Sorry, Tail. No, fuck him. This bitch did this all for money. It all took place in the blink of an eye. I don't imagine Nash and Ringo even realized what had happened at first. I was terrified, so I fled. Boo! And that's the whole story. That's everything that happened at Windy Banks on that wretched night. Cool. I'm taking meds now so I can sleep on time to be up early. Good. Woo! This ended up being a pretty high profile case, eh? Earlier, you called Miss Gilded a monster. A man who used his wealth and influence to distort the facts and escape justice for the crime of murder. Congratulations! You're officially a hypocrite! Say it, Zeeks! What tragic irony. God bless you, good man. For what you have done, it is exactly the same. You've become the very monster you saw and despised so deeply in McGilded. Damn, say it! Good job. Yes, I think I have. Damn. Alright. Well, this has been a long and exhausting trial. God forbid, someone grab me a drink. Even he's pulling out the wine by the end. However, it would seem that at last we have arrived at the truth. Inspector Gregson, what of Mr. Ashley Graydon? He's been arrested, my lord, and has been escorted to the yard. He'll be charged with the murder of Mr. Windybank and the stealing of government secrets. Pardon. Very good. New Inspector. Regrettably, you will have to face charges yourself. I told you, everyone in this case now have charges. Every single person except Van Zeeks. Yes, my lord, of course. I keep forgetting his accent. It transpires that you are complicit in helping a criminal escape justice. That fact remains, whether or not you were doing so in the line of duty. The crime is a serious one, Inspector, and inexcusable. God, I love him. Now to the defendant, Gina Lestrade. Yeah. It's time for the final abjuration. And is the jury ready, Mr. Foreman? Yes, sir. Garadeb Squadron, started by, sir. This is how it is now. The last push, the final call, the finishing whistle. My men are ready to deliver their verdict. It's so silly.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Not guilty.
Why is that guy there, though? Yay! We did it! For you, Gina. Ha! That's the stuff. I'm off the hook. Finally, Runo, you finally managed to do it. Only after 8 hours in trial. Finally is the word. I really wasn't sure if it would come out on top for a while there. Susie was right. You're the best lawyer in the world. I don't know about that.
Miss Lestrade, I'm not finished with you yet.
Eh? What? What are you looking at me like that for?
Oh, you start enjoying your freedom, there are certain other crimes to consider.
Eh?
2 months ago in my courtroom, no less, you gave false testimony, did you not? In relation to the trial today, not only did you unlawfully enter Windypex's pawnbrokery, you also attempted to abscond with Mr. McGilded's property, it seems.
Eh? I mean, that's not what happened. I never done nothing of the sort. Of course not. It's not like you were gleefully wearing Mr. McGilded's coat in your cell yesterday or anything. Oh, and just when I was getting excited about throwing a party for Ginny this evening.
Turning our attention to the defense, determining that when played together, music box contained a message in Morse code was, well, it was certainly a most unexpected revelation, counsel.
I'm smart. Uber duper.
Quite so, my lord. The prosecution was caught entirely off guard. In fact, I think we should applaud my friend's courage here today. I propose a toast to demanding the government's secrets be disseminated before the entire courtroom.
Very sorry about that. It was the only way that I could get Inspector Gregson to admit to what he's done, so... I may say something on that point. Who's talking? Isn't that... It's, about the sounds produced by the music box before. I do wonder if that was really Morse code at all. What? Wait, what are you saying, man? Oh, really, it's just that I'm really rather fanatical when it comes to Morse code, you see? So much so that the whole world seems to be covered in dots and dashes to me, in fact.
Goodness, madam, an unhealthy level of obsession one feels.
But I must say that in my opinion, the sounds produced by those 2 discs were nothing more than that, a meaningless series of 2 different tones. No! This is gonna link into the next game, let's go. What? Can that really be? It wasn't Morse code after all? My lord, the defense would like to listen to the music box again. Are you off your nut? How many times do I have to tell you? Those discs contain ministerial sacred sunshine. And this courtroom is not an appropriate forum to discuss the nature of the government communications. We know McGilded conspired to trade national secrets with our enemies. Secrets acquired from Mr. Graydon. Now that the man has admitted to his crimes, we have no need to pursue the matter further. Ugh, but it's really gonna bother me.
Miss Lestrade,
Yeah, my lord.
that which you have seen today here in the courtroom has been extremely disturbing. Falsified evidence, intimidation, perjury, a grim catalogue of depravity. An appalling experience to befall any child.
Wait, oh, that's right. We were gonna double check her age earlier. E. She is 17, not 19. Could be almost an adult. Come on, it ain't nothing I don't see most days in the back sums.
Beg your pardon?
If you're weak, you pay for it. That's just how life goes. Gina. But look, I reckon I've worked something out today. The world ain't fair, but if you want it to change, you've got to start at home. You've got to change how you are yourself. Very cute. He's not destroying the magic chalice. He did that earlier. He's not angry anymore. Not yet.
Well, that's a very laudable lesson, I would say. I eagerly look forward to the born again Miss Lestrade never gracing my courtroom with her presence again. Now, with regard to the murder of the Mr. Windybank, proprietor of a pawnbrokery business on Baker Street, I hereby declare the defendant, Miss Gina Lestrade,
not guilty. Not guilty. Yay! We did it! Woo! Good job, Gina. You're alive. Aww. Aww. That's so cute. I'm happy for you, Gina.
That is all. Court is adjourned.
What? Huh? What's happening here? Are they gonna kiss? Kiss, kiss, kiss.
On a personal note, I would say you've surprised me, my friend.
Oh.
Despite being, you saw through the pretense to the malice that festered within that Englishman, and at the same time saw through the grime to the surprising heart of your English client. You have a curious talent for judging character, especially considering our very different cultures.
Rude. I don't think there's anything curious about it. Whether we're from the Empire of the Great Britain or the Empire of Japan, we're all human beings. We're not so very different on the inside. Yeah, Renosuke! Woo! Stop him from being racist. You got this.
You know, I took this case for one very simple reason. To lock swords with you once again here in the courtroom.
You did?
When I encountered you for the first time 2 months ago, it reminded me of toasting friendship and trust with another friend, only to find my trust betrayed. Through you, I hope to look into the eyes of the man I once knew and try to understand.
Huh? You mentioned something similar earlier today about total betrayal at the hands of the Japanese. Are we gonna find out that the guy who's Sasato's dad, who's apparently on his deathbed, used to lock horns with this guy when he was younger, maybe? What happened exactly?
Well, you may ask. And one day, when the time comes, you will learn the answer, whether you like it or not.
Alright. Game 2, I guess. Alright then, I'll wait for that day if I must. Pretty guy.
Coming to be known as the Reaper of the Bailey, my retirement from service 5 years ago, it gives me cause to wonder if our meeting has some deeper purpose.
Kisses. Oh no.
So, farewell, my friend. Until we meet again.
You're beautiful, I love you, we can kiss later. Oh my god. Hi guys. Hope you're doing well. 17th of April at 5:24. Hanging out. It's done. It's over at last. But where's Iris disappeared to? Gina. Oh. Congratulations, Gina. I knew it all along. Knew that you were innocent. Of course she was. She was unconscious. Whatever. Well, you did what you said, Mr. Anara Oda. I believe you believed in me right up to the end. You're as old as your name. What's odd about it? I told you I had faith in you, didn't I? No one ever has before, see? Kept a promise, I mean, properly. That's awful. I figured something out today. All my life, growing up in the slums, I've never trusted no one. But that's just because I've been scared of being stabbed in the back. I mean, the more you trust someone, the more it hurts when they let you down. That's very true. Yes. I think I can understand that. After all, I had a taste of it in that trial 2 months ago. I chose to trust someone and paid for it. That betrayal left a big scar. You know though, Gina, I worked something out quite recently too. Trusting in someone else is really an exercise in learning to trust yourself. Damn. And when your gut tells you it's the right thing to do and your trust is rewarded, there's no better feeling in the world. I think I have you to thank for reminding me of that valuable lesson. Oh, well, if you say so. Don't make a lot of sense to me though. Trying to say that putting my faith in you, Gina, has been a real pleasure. Aww. For crying out loud, pack it in. But I suppose I sort of feel the same way. I mean, sometimes trust in someone else is, you know, alright. Thanks. I love her. I love Gina. This is the way I see it, Ryunosuke. A defense lawyer is only as good as his faith in his client. And that comes down to how much faith he has in himself. After this experience, I'm starting to feel like I understand what you mean. Kazuma, am I living up to your expectations? Am I turning out to be the lawyer you believed I could be? Pardon the interruption. I don't know who's talking. Hey, it's a man. He's just hanging out in the corner. That's so fun, the bailiff. Okay. But what the deuce does a man have to do to be noticed around here, my dear fellow? Oh, that voice. It's too late for that voice now, Mr. Naruhodo. I've been standing here patiently in the corner of the room for an eternity. Ha ha ha, yes, it was me all along, I would have said when finally you noticed me. But you people with your incessant babbling. Mr. Sharms. Ha ha ha, yes, it was me all along, you see. So stupid. I'd assume you'd taken back to the hospital, to be honest. Indeed I was, but I managed to escape again. God, I love this man. Oh. I happen to be aware of one of two foibles of the doctors who were tending to me. I merely made my knowledge of them known to the man, and he happily issued me a leave of absence. How very above board. But enough of my adventures. That was a fine victory, Mr. Naruhodo. Your tireless efforts are justly rewarded, I feel. Congratulations are in order. As a close friend, I tip my hat to you. Aw, he called us friends. Oh, thank you. Some great detective you are. Great at being cold as ice, perhaps. Have I irked you in some way, Miss Lestrade? Well, you've been having a snooze in your nice soft bed. Some of us have been fighting for our lives. Ah, well, that bullet did cause me to lose a substantial amount of blood, it's true. I mean, no, that's not true, because he wasn't actually struck with blood. Well, actually, no, it still supposedly caused him harm, it's just that it just popped back out again. It was stuck. I don't know, man, I don't know. I don't know if he actually took physical damage or not. So I have indeed been feeling somewhat cold, not perhaps as cold as ice, but, well, have a feel. Could you take your hand off my neck, please, Mr. Shums? And in some ways, I suppose congratulations are in order for you too, Miss Lestrade. What's that supposed to mean? Why so half-hearted? Well, naturally, it isn't my intention to alarm you, but... An acquittal in a trial with that particular prosecutor is perhaps a little precarious. Well done, Mr. Shums. Not alarming in the slightest. Oh, the Reaper, you mean? Because anyone who's found not guilty in a trial he was working on winds up dead anyway, is that it? Dude, if Gina dies, I'm gonna cry. I'll do it. The very point I was trying to make. As exemplified by the fate of Mr. McGilded, in fact. Ah, but of course, I pay no attention to such irrational drivel myself. Why even bring it up, you fuck? This guy just wants to cause anxiety. Great, this poor girl. Yeah, well, it don't bother me. Oh, really? Of course not. The way I see it, the Reaper's a bit like, him upstairs. Him upstairs? You mean, like, God? Yeah, him upstairs knows what's what, right? He knows what people are like on the inside. He won't have got the wrong end of the stick. I mean, you fucking hope so, but I'm just saying, we're all praying for a certain guy's death right now, and it's not happening. So, like, I don't know, guys. Come on, God. I mean, maybe he's just waiting for the right time. He's probably just waiting for the right time, guys. Okay. Shots. Oh, God. I'm just saying, okay? If you know, you know. Oh, you want me to drink water? He wants it to look like an accident. My thing is that he's all-knowing, but Trump is controlled by something else. Yeah, they're just pawns in a game. They're just like, I'm just imagining like a little puppet show, and God has the hold of one stick and the other one has the hold of the other stick, and they're going hee hee hee, and they're fighting each other. I love puppet shows. My mom used to do puppet shows all the time. They always look kind of spooky sometimes. Depends on like the aesthetic of the puppet, but my mom has a pretty good Jesus puppet, I'm just saying. There's some cops like that, and the bug trotters are rotten to the core. At the end of the day, him upstairs make sure they get what they deserve. Suppose that's one way of looking at it. Divine justice is one thing though, the Reaper taking matters into his own hand and claiming lives is another. Well, I ain't like the McGildeds of this world, so I ain't scared. I got principles, you see? Yeah, girl. A trait in you which is to be admired, Miss. Sorry. I swear, I keep thinking like I've gotten better and my coughs are gone, and then I get like, I wake up too early in the morning or something and it just ruins it. Oi, just give it a rest, alright? As I was saying, congratulations are in order. The news of your acquittal was very welcome news to me indeed. Let me express my heartfelt congratulations, Gina. Well, there you are, Hurley. How long have you been there? Honestly, I went to the main entrance especially to meet you there. Ah, Iris, my dear, I do apologize. Wait, is Hannah churchgoer? Did you ever see a doctor about that when you were sick? Why would I go see a doctor? Also, Balvon, bro, you haven't been following the lore. Balvon, sit down. All right, take a seat. Pull up a book, the Bible, if you like. I'm kidding. So Balvon, lore. My mum is a minister. Yes, I'm one of those, God forbid. I'm a minister's kid. So I know a lot, and I know everything. And I kind of just do whatever I like, okay? But wait until I tell you what happened. This pair made utter fools of themselves. What happened? As you know, I have a penchant for disguise. I was hiding in the room dressed as a bailiff. But these dolts didn't notice my presence at all. Ha ha ha, they had no idea. Can you imagine, Iris? Would you credit it? I'm not sure, really. I beg your pardon? I'm sorry, Hurley, but you just don't have the weighty presence you seem to think you have. I don't know all the hand law yet. I'm still working it out. Okay, well, there is gonna be a quiz coming up, okay? God, I want to rewatch that show again. And have you seen Seventh Heaven? Fuck yeah, I have. I've never seen all of it though, which is devastating because we used to watch it on like, you know, not on demand, before on demand was a thing. Okay, and I swear to God, I always watch like the first couple of episodes of like one particular season, and then it would skip to like when they're all like like middle adults and older. But I've seen like from like probably I don't know how much it shows of them being kids, okay, but it used to show, like, I remember, was it Lucy? One of, like, the second oldest girl or something. She would, like, you know, she, like, gets, like, I've seen all of her getting married and then moving into the house literally in the back. Like, I've seen all of that all the way to the end, okay? I don't remember anything about the twins. I remember that episode about how they all have tattoos. And the poor, I think it's Ruth or something, one of the younger girls gets a tattoo and she gets a massive of her boyfriend's name, or like just across the back of her, like her back. Meanwhile, he just got her initials on the back of his ankle. Man. She goes to church camp every year. Not anymore, Estania, but you're right. You're right. That finished up after COVID? I think after COVID, we did it one more time, and we haven't done it since. We didn't have the numbers, which is really disappointing. That's a whole different discussion. Anyway, is it not running anymore? No, we just couldn't get the people. People aren't as enthused. Like, it's a pretty big thing to kind of be like, hey, like, to try and encourage people to obviously like deal out the money to go to these events. And especially for a country town, a lot of people don't have as much money. So, you know, like, it's hard to be like, yeah, let's dole out like $200 for one weekend. But, you know, that's the kids' accommodation and like all of the food for the weekend. You know what I mean? Like, it's a whole thing. It's expensive. That's the point. The massive tramp stand. That is one of the funniest episodes. We need you to watch all of them. I swear I've probably seen a good number of them. I love that show. It's a good show, okay? Guys, if you ever want to go on a really crazy tangent about, like, Christian stuff, I'm up there, okay? I probably know it, okay? Hillsong is a cult, guys. It happened, okay? Has my DVDs of it? Oh my god. Seventh Heaven Slade. For those who don't know, let's properly explain this for a second. Seventh Heaven is a TV series about literally like a minister dad and his wife who have, I'm pretty sure, 7 kids. It's like the oldest son, second oldest daughter. I want to say another son, another daughter, and then like twins. So I'm missing something. The twins were the youngest. Whatever. Anyway, and so it's like, it's literally just a series where they just like go through different things and going to church or not going to church or like dealing with like, you know, family issues and whatever. It's a pretty good TV series. Matt. Oh, Mary. I forgot about Mary. I was right about Lucy. It was Ruth. Okay. Ruthie. Simon, Sam, and David. Matt. Okay. I was thinking of Simon. I didn't when I was thinking of Matt. That's kind of funny. Okay. I have an image in my head now. And then pseudo kids like T-Bone. The dog? That's the dog, right? Anyway, it's pretty good.
In fact, you really ought to be careful about that. It's gonna land you in trouble one day.
She's foreshadowing the next game, this bitch. That. I'll be careful. Ouch.
Anyway, it's such a shame. I was so hoping to throw a party for Ginny tonight. But you won't be able to come, will you?
Don't look at me like I'm gonna be going nowhere for a while. You're the judge's patter. I got stuff to make amends for, apparently. All of them offenses. What was it again? Breaking an enemy, taking the bog trotter stuff, what was in lug, blah, blah, blah. Yes, I think you'll find that basically being a pickpocket is the main offense. But diving ain't an offense. It's a job, isn't it? I don't think so. I think so. Still, it has got me thinking, all this. Maybe I should start looking for another line of work. I mean, you didn't start off as a lawyer, did you, Otto? Well, no, but I was never a pickpocket. Well, anyway, I reckon I could make a change. I'm gonna do something for all of them lot like me, from the slums, something that'll make a difference for them. This is how she sets off her political career. Let's go, Gina. I really hope 5-year time skip and she's become like, you know, she's suddenly, 17. She'd be like 22 and she's running for governor. That's what we need.
That's a wonderful idea, Ginny. I'm sure you can do it.
She just wants to make Iris sick. And she's dating Iris. Oh my god, the dream. I mean, wait, there's a pretty big age gap there. It's like 7 years, but still. No, that's the name Ruthie got tattooed on her back. Right. I always really admired how far Seventh Heaven went, by the way. Just random side note. I always admired how much it was, like, I want to say it was a pretty good representation of just kind of average family stuff, in the sense of like even just moving into the house next door, but like the fact we also got to see Lucy like fall in love and like eventually have her kid and stuff. There was a certain amount of like normalcy there, and even like the end of it was like a little bittersweet, you know, like you find out the dad guy has cancer and they're like, you know what, I think it's time to retire, and it's this really like, you know, it's kind of like bittersweet, but it was such a good moment, you know. I don't know why I remember so much about that TV series. Robbie, they went hard with their things. Nope, that didn't happen. What? Doesn't he get cancer? He gets some. Oh no, he has a heart condition. And he decides to go on holidays. He's like, it's time for me to have my extended break. Like my mum, who needs her extended break. Someone give my mum her break. Someone stop Trump so oil prices can go back to normal so my mum can enjoy her break, please. Prison carriage has arrived, ma'am. Oh, she's still being arrested? Right, well, looks like I'm off then. Goodbye, Gina, and good luck. So far. Heart condition, cancer, both can be bad. It's along the same lines. And they decided to celebrate by traveling, yes. Otto, yes. What was that for? I don't know. I mean, I don't know what to say, so... indeed. Perhaps the situation calls for a phrase hitherto missing from your vocabulary, Miss Lestrade. On occasions such as this, you say thank you. I would recommend a simple thank you. Oh.
Yeah, oh yes, it's good advice, Ginny.
You got this, Gina. Right, I see. Well... Oh. Thanks, Otto. Oh. My... Someone protect this poor kid! Thank you for everything, what you've done, for believing in me. I believe in you, Ginny. Okay. Not at all. In fact, that should be my line. Thank you, Gina. I'm so fine. My dad thought he died. It came up the other day and I was like, no! What fucking show was he thinking of? God forbid, I don't know. Charlie's Angels. No. Guys, if you haven't watched Charlie's Angels, go watch it. TV series, the news show, the old show, just all of it. Just watch it all. I don't remember anything about the original TV series, but it doesn't change the fact that it's good. Well, quite the indubitable pick purse. Good word.
Oh, I nearly forgot. I bought the paper outside. It's a special edition, and this trial is all over the front page. Pickpockets, innocence proven. Isn't it wonderful?
You should have shown it to Gina, Iris. She would have been thrilled.
Oh no, how silly of me. Oh, but anyway, would you like the good news or the bad news?
Bad news, not again.
Well, what do you say, Bruno? Early?
As usual, I think I get the bad news first. Absolutely not. I have no intention of listening to anything but good news.
And there you have it. How people answer that question says a lot about them, doesn't it?
Adar and I are both argued that bad news is hear bad news first, right? Let's not go there.
Alright then. Maybe let's start with the good news this time. The rain has finally stopped. It was a record level of rainfall, apparently.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was raining a ton. Forgot about that. Well, that is good news indeed. We can journey back in greater comfort. Alright then, what's the bad news?
The huge storm has left the seas very choppy. The channel, in which is particularly awful, so sailing out of Dover has been delayed by a day or more.
We can go see Susie! Wait, Dover? Dover Keen?
That's right. If we head to the station immediately, we may still be able to make it in time to wave Susie off.
Yes! But, there won't be a train, surely. We couldn't be that lucky. I'm writing this video game, so what I say is law. Who do you think I am, Mr. Narada? Mr. Shams? I rushed to a Victoria station and made arrangements for a special express. If we hurry now, we shall be there in time for dinner. Aww. And I know of a fine restaurant that serves the most delicious baked soul? Who's baking souls? Who's baking, like a shoe sole or a real soul? I'm still concerned. What are you doing, mate? I
The great detective does it again! So good. Indeed he does. I have to be aware of a number of the rail transport director's foibles. What's foibles? I merely made my knowledge of them known to the man, and he happily laid on the locomotive. Elementary. Is that blackmail? Just an idea, but it might be wise to stop manipulating people that way.
What are we waiting for then? To London, Victoria.
What is London, Victoria? The train. See you go, good news, bad news, good news. To make a new sandwich. Good sandwich. 18th of April, 5:32 a.m. Oh, so this is the next day. Port of Dover, quayside. Not quayside, unfortunately. That took somewhat longer than I had anticipated.
Susie's boat must be about to leave now.
Mr. Sato, where are you? Aw, there she is, my girl. Look over there, look. It looks like she's reading something. Mr. Sato, wait, what are you doing? That was the weirdest animation ever. Mr. Naruhodo, it's been so long. What are you doing here? What is her voice? We came as soon as we could find the trial. I mean, we heard the sailing was being delayed due to the bad weather, you see. Oh, I see. Then tell me, how did Gina's trial go? It went well. She should have gotten the paper, but she was acquitted. Oh. That's wonderful. Really wonderful news. The book you were about to throw into the sea. It was your encyclopedia of British law, wasn't it? Oh dear, I was hoping you hadn't seen that. I'm not worthy of practicing law in any way now. So I was saying my final farewell. You were saying goodbye to law? You, Susato-san? Or would I be correct in assuming? It's because of the people, Miss Susato. I deliberately altered the scenes of a crime, and then I tried to hide the fact. What I did is utterly unforgivable.
That reminds me. How did you even come to have this, Susie?
On the evening of the incident, Mr. Sholmes had invited Gina to dinner, if you remember. No, not at all.
We had a wonderful time.
Well, Gina gave us a little introductory lesson, didn't she? To the art of pickpocketing, I mean.
Oh, that was so much fun. I still ruined Runo's armband.
Yes, please don't do that again, Iris. That band's very important to me.
Well, if it isn't so important, you should have paid more attention to it. You didn't notice for ages.
On a whim, I thought it would be fun to see if I could take the cat flapper mat, so I put it up my sleeve. How?
Really?
And then I rather forgot about it until I found myself in Mr. Windybank's shop with it later that night. I see. And then... bang. Ah! Mr. Sholmes! Mr. Sholmes! Leave me, Mr. Naruhodo. Right. After Mr. Naruhodo had left the shop, I started to think that door started to play on my mind. Storeroom door, you mean? Yes, if Gina was anywhere in the shop, I realized it could be only behind that door. And at that moment, the little device that I had up my sleeve sprang to mind. I was so worried about Gina, I simply had to know. So you used the cat flap to make the peephole in the door? I'm just saying, like, I'm pretty sure Ryunosuke was only gone for like a minute. Not even a minute. Like, he ran outside, couldn't find them, came back in, got the police, came back inside. Like,
as captured in a photographic print of the shop by one of Hurley's red-handed recorders.
Indeed, it was the first importance, that at the point. Precisely when the peephole was made, that information would prove to be Mr. Naruhodo's greatest weapon. Though naturally, without proof, it would have amounted to nothing. But when I looked through the hole in the door...
The sight of the sight that met my eyes made my blood run cold. Thoughts started to run through my mind. I remembered the trial 2 months ago earlier.
Trial of Magnus McGilded?
Though, about how he had manipulated the evidence and arranged false testimonies to secure his freedom. It made the British justice system feel very dark and sinister to me. And then, a terrible thought occurred to me. What if some wicked criminal was planning to do the same thing now? Because from the appearance of the crime scene, it looked exactly as though Gina had shot Mr. Windybank. Even though I was sure she would never have done such a thing.
You were worried that the true culprit would try to frame her for the crime?
That's right, but when I realized it would be very difficult for anyone to give false testimony in this case.
What do you mean?
Well, the crime appeared to have happened behind the door of a locked room. For someone to claim falsely to have witnessed it, there would have been a way to see through the door.
Ah. But which? Our people would be the very thing.
Only the people I made wasn't actually there until after the crime had been committed, of course. And the criminal would know that, so it wouldn't make any difference.
But the possibility of a rather ingenious trap was there, was it not?
A trap? Is that why she did it?
So, is that why you kept it a secret, Susie? You never mentioned that you made the people to anyone, not even to the police. I know, and I knew at the time what I was doing was wrong, a criminal offense even. That's why I decided to confide in Mr. Sholmes.
Oh, God, this is a long way of wrapping up the day. I swear, the end of the Ace Attorney chapters aren't this long.
If Mr. Naruhodo was completely backed into a corner,
I guess this is technically the end of game 1.
with no other possible means of escape, the truth about the people could save him. That was my plan.
She really does think of everything.
But then, why didn't you just tell me everything before the trial began?
My dear fellow, you're not thinking straight. If she had done that, it would have rendered you complicit in the whole escapade. You could have been disbarred if you had been seen to have knowingly tampered with a crime scene. So Mr. Sato decided to shoulder the burden of responsibility alone, for your sake and Miss Lestrande's. Damn, respect. Mr. Sato.
The truth is, when it happened, I did it because I'd lost a little of my faith in the law.
Oh.
I was worried that the right person wouldn't be convicted of the crime, but the moment I allowed myself to think that is the moment I lost my right to call myself a judicial assistant.
Even though she's really good assistant. What you did isn't comparable to what he did. Graydon is the one who lied in the witness stand, using that people as a way to implicate Gina. And besides, if the people inconsistency hadn't existed, I'm not at all sure that she would have been acquitted in the end. Mr. Sato, what you did saved Gina's life.
Well, with your kind words, Mr. Naruhodo, you've saved me too from my regrets.
Wait, so is the thing about your dad still true? Well, we must all be thankful that Miss Lestrande's freedom has been assured. Yes, exactly. Although some of the loose ends of that trial will continue to play in my mind, I'm sure, for game 2.
But the revelation that the music box disc contained the secret messages, Mr. Naruhodo. What a triumph to work that out. I'm full of admiration.
Well, actually, that argument wasn't quite as compelling as I thought it was.
Oh, it wasn't.
There was a communication officer among the jury members, you see, a telegraph operator, and she said the majority of the sounds on the disc were just meaningless tones. That doesn't mean it's still not encoded, okay? It could still spell out some letters, and then that could be a cryptograph or something. As one would expect, after all, we are talking about secret government communications. No doubt they were written in cipher to avoid being readily understood should they have been intercepted. There you go. In cipher? I see. Dude, if the next game introduces, like, cipher solving, like, we gotta, like, move a whole thing around. That's what I would love the most in this game. Don't get me wrong, I think that's leaning a little bit more into Professor Layton's kind of thing, because Professor Layton has more like interactive thingies in between. Like we're trying to figure things out. Which still want that game to come out, by the way. You know, I'm gonna Google it. Professor Layton. And the new Steam something. New World of Steam. It just says 2026. I've been waiting for so long. What was I saying? Yeah, it still just says, it just still doesn't say anything. Cool. All right. And then we could never have hoped to understand the message anyway. Oh yes, so hopefully in the second game maybe there'll be more ciphers. That could be really a lot of fun. Nonsense, my dear fellow. It's quite a zero-pi problem, I assure you. Ah. So-gi. Asogi. What?
Well, that can't be a real word, can it? How funny.
That can be a real word. That's someone's name.
Wait, Iris, what did you say? Oh, I just said Asogi. Does that word mean something to you?
Means something. Asogi. Was the name of my best friend. I was trying to remember.
What? But how? How do you know that name, Iris? I wrote it down during the trial before, when the message was played.
On the music box. No! No! What? Oh, no! Are you kidding me? Kazuma was a part of the leak? I fucking knew it. Remember when we found out originally? Do you guys remember what I said, like, back at the start of the game, where I was like, Kazuma keeps talking about having, like, a mission of some sort. So, who's to say that he's not there for nefarious purposes to try and get information from the British or something? I don't know if that's exactly what I said, but like I said something about him having a secret message that was, I think I was hoping that he was going to have a separate mission apart from like Ryunosuke, and maybe like this secret mission would like end up with him in hot water and he would have to save him or something, but obviously that happened way too late. Anyway,
when the message was played in the music box.
She transcribed it on the fly. She really is a genius.
I thought the message probably wouldn't be written out in plain Morse code, so I tried various ways to interpret it. But whenever I tried, the words just didn't seem to make any sense. That is, in English at least. Oh. It suddenly occurred to me, you see, there's more than one Morse code, not just the English variety. Various countries around the world have altered and added to Morse code to use it in their own language.
I don't believe it. Are you saying?
That's right. I've only actually seen a chart of Japanese Morse code once before.
She's literally a genius, guys.
But I think it's based on the Iroha pangram, isn't it?
And you mean to... Oh my god. Sorry. Oh my god. And you mean to say that in Japanese Morse code, the message says Asogi?
Yes, I think so. Sorry, but I don't remember all of the Japanese Morse code.
Iris, would you let me see that?
Mr. Sato, do you know it? Do you know Japanese Morse code?
Yes, I spent some time studying it.
How does she know everything? She's 15! Wait, isn't she 15? Wait, can I check that again? Isn't she supposed to be 15? Fuck. She's 16. What is this woman doing in her spare time? Hey chat, I did an oopsie. How do I cover up the destruction of Tasmania? My professor also told us Tasmania was discovered by a Dutch. Cat has many questions to answer now. JK, Tasmania never existed, okay? There's a lot of maps So there's a lot of maps that try to prove that Tasmania exists, okay? But there's also some maps that are secretly, they know the secrets, okay? You know, like there's some like silly t-shirts out there and the like that'll be like, oh, Tasmania's not on it. Well, that's because they actually know that Tasmania doesn't exist, all right? If you come to Australia, any t-shirt you buy will not have Tasmania on it. True story. Then might I recommend, my dear madam, that you focus your efforts on the English version.
Be it as it may, Iris, show me the message, please. Of course. But what can this possibly mean?
Whatever it is, that long sequence is supposedly meaningless dots and dashes. Made the color drain from Sasato-san's face. We're gonna have to play the second game, guys.
There's no doubt about that this message is written in Japanese Morse code.
So the British Empire has been using Japanese for its secret communications?
I don't understand the reason why, but the message appears to be a list of 4 people's names.
4 names?
The first is Kei Asogi.
Kazuma. But why? Why was his name on that disc?
The second is A. Shin.
Shin? Shin. I don't recognize that name.
The third is T. Goregu-san. Goregu-san?
Gregson? Wait, Gregson? Really? Oh, I think his name's Tobias, isn't it? Ah, it would seem Tobias Gregson is the 3rd man on the list. I'm wondering if this is like people they're trying to hunt down and kill, or if this is like people that are like complicit, because it would explain, because remember how like, I mean, Kazuma died, right? It was supposedly an accident, but I mean, who's to say that the Russians weren't in on it or something? Like, they were on a Russian ship, and there was that Russian guy in the final case. Like, it kind of keeps popping up that it could be, like, something else happening there. What's his name doing in a secret government communication as well?
And the last name.
What's the matter, Mr. Sato?
It's just so strange.
It's her father.
So unexpected. Oh, when is it, Susie? Don't keep us in suspense. The last name is J. Wilson.
The guy who already died! Oh, it's all connected, lads. Okay. Because you guys gotta remember that we still don't know why. We still don't know why he died. We still don't know why John died, because he was murdered by like the secret English operative, and we don't know what happened to that operative, so.
What?
Wilson?
John H. Wilson? You mean Daddy?
Pardon.
It says only J. Wilson, so I'm afraid I can't be sure. Then, after the 4 names, it reads, if I translate from Japanese, this is all 4. And that's the end of the message, or rather the end of what you noted down, Iris.
Oh my god. I just can't believe it. Who would have ever thought that those discs contained Japanese Morse code? Not to mention to strange list of some disturbingly familiar names. It would appear that this particular message is a communication of some kind between Great Britain and the Empire of Japan.
So Daddy could be in Japan then? Where's Susie and Runo come from?
Oh no, Iris, please don't get excited. Oh, I'm not ready for this.
Oh, well. No, it's not very likely, really, is it? I mean, there are thousands of people with the surname Wilson. There must be a lot of J's among them.
Professor John H. Wilson, visiting professor of medicine at the Imperial Yumei University. But we can't tell Iris about that now. We just can't. You can, okay? Just be honest to the poor girl. Don't keep dragging this out longer than necessary. This is so strange, somehow in solving the case of Mr. Windybanks' murder today. I feel like I've rolled back a boulder at the mouth of a very dark cave.
I do wonder if perhaps it's a dark cave that we shouldn't go wandering inside.
I agree. But there's someone else who's gonna die here. I definitely feel like this is hinting at Gregson is going to die in the next game, right?
Oh dear, the ship is going to set sail soon.
Yes, it seems so.
I'll sail on that steamship first to the port of Dunkirk in France. Then I'll change onto a larger passage vessel bound for Japan.
You're really going then, Susie? We wish you a safe passage, Mr. Sato.
Thank you so much. I wish all of you the very best.
Mr. Sato,
I'd hoped to have you always by my side to guide me and support me.
this is a proposal. Let's go! Come on, Ryunosuke, just propose.
Mr. Naruhodo, please come back soon.
As far as I'm concerned, you really are the very best judicial assistant in the world. Aww. It's okay.
I'm quite sure I'll be back before you know it.
Really, Susie?
Oh, now don't forget, Iris. I made you a promise I've yet to fulfill.
A promise?
About your manuscript.
Oh yeah, the Hounds of Baskerville.
Oh, well, I'll be waiting for you then, Susie. A promise is a promise.
Laboon.
Definitely, Iris. Mr. Naruhodo,
Yeah?
do you remember the first time we met?
Yes, of course. In the SS Burya, when I was dragged out from that wardrobe, still half asleep. If I remember rightly, you threw me halfway across the cabin with a Sasato takedown.
You know very well I'm talking about after that. It's strange, but being the thrown together as we were in that case, I've somehow felt straight away that you were the perfect person to continue Kazuma-sama's great legacy.
That's nice. So true. It's Finland all over again. What? I don't think you guys have a choice but to go in. Wait, if she is 16, how old are you? I think we're like 22, 21, 22. I want to say 22. Doesn't say. Thank you for the follow. Is he much appreciated? Hope you're doing well. 16. I think we were like 22, 23. And she's 10, 34.
And my instincts were right. I really want to believe. No, I'm sure that. I'll be back soon. Farewell until then.
So we're gonna obviously skip like 6 months into the future when she's returning, right? And then it's gonna be like, next case! I'm amazed how much this game and the next game feel like it's going to be very Miles Edgeworthy investigations. Like,
Somehow we seem to have come to the end of the adventures of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Or the first volume, at least.
it's so fucking quiet.
Looking back now, it feels as though fate has led me on this journey.
Aww. Iris is so pretty. Look at the cat. Go Wagyu.
Fate led me to becoming a lawyer, to traveling halfway around the world, to meeting the great detective.
See you again sometime.
I'm sure there'll be trials and tribulations ahead. Of course there will.
Trials and tribulations. Oh, mentioned.
Whatever happens, I know I'll be able to turn my fortunes around.
Aw. He's so beautiful. I love him. Look at
After
him.
all, I have the greatest friends in the world on my side.
That's cute. Next thing you know, Sasato-san's been murdered. Dun, 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 dun. We did it, guys! Yay! Guess who finally made it to your channel? I don't know, mate. I have one guess. But, I mean, you could just be talking hypothetically. We might not even know each other. Okay. Ah, yes, Mr. Naruhodo. Where's my hand? There we go. Yes, Mr. Sean. Oh, God, the sound. Guess. Ali? No, we do! Okay, Ali? That is the only logical one. Kim? Oh, everyone just keeps saying the most, like, stereotypical name. Yes! Hello! Nice to see you. Thank you. Thank you for following. How you going? Oh my God, bad one. Everyone's like, Jess? Hope you're doing well. Currently playing the great Ace Attorney game. We're at the end, okay? So, spoilers? I'm good. I'm just finished on Rivals. I'm shocked. I mean, yes, quite surprising, quite surprising. Guys, Lissy? Would you call it Lissy? Is that an L? It could be an uppercase I. Lol, I'm addicted, yeah. Is someone who works nearby, and who's one of my friends. Very cool. Lissy. Okay, cool, cool, cool. I don't know why my brain is like, is it an L, an I? You know, maybe I'll put my glasses on. This is the sun. Okay. Yes, Mr. Sholmes? I have some rather awkward news. I feel like I can't make jokes anymore. I'm like, oh God. The railway company has decided to sue over the special express train, apparently. Mr. Sholmes, no. Huh?
It caused such a commotion on the line, only other trains had to wait at stations.
But really, we would never have made it to Dover in time otherwise. Good job, Sholmes. Anyway, I explained everything and how it was all your fault. Oh no. Huh? I believe our formal complaint should be delivered to your office tomorrow. But not to worry, my dear fellow, according to Mr. Sato.
You love defending yourself in court.
Oh my God.
Huh? Ha ha ha. It's alright, I'm perfectly happy to testify. He really didn't look like the sort of man who'd do something so outrageous. See?
God, this kid's gonna get me arrested. Maybe it's because of the time Lily had a whole thing about the... Huh? Oh, the I thing? that's very true. Also, wait, actually, you know, come to think of it, I don't think I've mentioned it to you, Lissy. I have an excessive plushie problem, and I'll show you photos, okay? Okay, I'll show you photos at some point, okay? They're all on my phone. But Aylin, specifically, she is our plushie mother. She's our orb mother. She makes all the plushies. I can't remember what I've showed you and haven't showed you, but this is our orb daddy, okay? And he's gorgeous. He's quite big, as you can tell. So, Aylin made this, and it's beautiful, and it's giant. It's about the size of an ottoman, as you can kind of see. And he's gorgeous. So, yes, this is only one of like maybe like 40 plus orbs. Look, there's a cute purple one. Wow, isn't that cool? Oh my God, yes, you were telling me about these. Okay, cool. Okay, and then I've got my super tiny one. Look at that one. He's so tiny. He's just a tiny little guy. He's like the size of my thumb. How crazy is that? He's a tiny guy. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. Anyway, so I've like 73 total plushies, not all orbs. 73? Oh no. That's a lot. Guys, I do not have a plushie problem, okay? I don't, okay? It's a plushie solution, okay? Every time you feel a tiny ounce of fear and despair in your soul, buy a new plushie. Gingerbread frog, okay? Gingerbread frog, chickens, orbs, Manaphy, okay? Whatever helps you get through life, okay? Just buy more. Oh look, praise frog. Rabbit. Anyway, I'm totally fine. Totally. I will hydrate. Totally sane. Yeah, I have an obsession like the Waddle Dees. Wait a second. You know, so the Waddle Dee, the OG ones are like the Waddle Dees, right, from Kirby, as you probably know. So these little guys. And there's like, this is the original orb I got, and I was like, oh my god, I could totally make a cult out of this. We're working on it. Okay, it's in this beta. We're in a beta cult. Okay, anyway, so this was the original one, and then it kind of just propelled into everything else. Yes. But it's from Kirby, that's the point. Some of those are Adara's, true. I was rough counting in my head all the ones I made for your household. My god. I'm like, I know that we one time counted the orbs to be like 34, but that was like in 1 year, so that doesn't count any of the other stuff that's coming out. Not to mention 3 orbs in a trench coat. I'm so excited. One day. We need to praise Manaphy Redeem, just saying. Dude, if that's what you want, that's what you can get. When I remember. Put an asterisk on that. Dr. Orb. Oh my god, Dr. Orb. Praise Orb. Praise Orb. I hope you guys have a magnificent day. And remember to hydrate. Yep, he's on the list. Dr. Orb, Dragon. It's Dragon! The Dragon! Oh my god, the snake though! Oh god, it's a whole problem. I like how we're just like, we're gonna continue the problem until the end of I'm legitimately running out of space in my house, but the moment I finally manage or get around to putting in those shelves, I'll be doomed. I mean, like, I'll win, I'll conquer. If I could just put those goddamn shelving units in. Why'd it have to be mortar? Why do the walls have to be fucking rock? Anyway. Okay. Back into the game, guys. We're gonna finish this game. I told you guys that this game was gonna take forever to finish. We haven't even started the next one yet. Anyway. Okay. Yes. A word, if you don't mind. Why, certainly. Any word you like. Bellow it out, my dear fellow.
Oh yes, I love Runo's words, and I know just the one he'll use here.
Fuck. Then, I really must say, fuck you! Oh. Objection! Close enough. Yeah, we did it! Look at that man. He's doing things. Director! Scenario planning, Shu Takami. Not a long list. Not with Sprite though. Can you imagine you make an orb that's holding like a tiny bottle of Sprite? In the weeks following, hundreds of music boxes, something was afoot, though it was transpired I'd ordered them all myself. So I advertised them for sale with used by Mr. Sholmes to solve an important case. Oh my god. And the money I've earned, consulting detective work, paid a pittance by comparison. Oh my god. Oh my god, this man, he's such a dork. I was trying to remind myself, I'm like, don't they say things in these like end screens?
I haven't slept a wink. This manuscript is due tomorrow now. When I'm this busy, Hurley usually cooks me breakfast. Well, cooks is an overstatement for some dry toast and insipid coffee.
You're having coffee at 10?
I do miss Susie and our lovely Japanese breakfast.
Yeah, Sumasa Kitagawa. Not what I meant, but now we need an orb holding a bottle of Sprite. We could just get an average bottle of Sprite. Witness, your testimony is riddled with contradictions. Exactly. Rarely do rare common coins hide under rare stakes themselves. We're just going backwards now. Guys, remember case 1? It was like 2 months ago. Alright. We might as well watch through all of this. And then we'll start game 2, I guess. I'm like, do we want to start game 2? I don't know how I feel. Having delivered the Russian dancers to shore in Shanghai, I laid low on the steamship for a while. Oh, I forgot about this guy. But last night I apprehended an extremely suspicious Japanese national on board. I've done it! Nothing wrong! All I did was give Wagahai offspring refuge in my pocket. A man brings some kittens on board and suddenly he's a hardened criminal. It's not fair. I remember that guy. Most of this game. Idea can go on the list, but whether I work out how to make the Sprite is another thing. Just make it an alcoholic, okay? We need an orb who's an alcoholic, okay? It's very important.
Scientific investigations will go according to plan. I dream of a world governed by the tenets of order and discipline, like a great clock in Vex, whose hundreds of parts mesh together or something. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have but 2 minutes and 37 seconds until my next appointment.
I hate this guy, and I'm kind of hoping we'll find out he's like a bad guy, but also like I respect him for just wanting to like be by the time all the time. That's who I am. That's megalomanic talk right there. Sorry, what? Who are we talking about? I need sleep's hand. Love you. See you tomorrow. Good night, Aylin. Sleep well. Rest up. Make those medications work. Okay. Lord Strongheart. Oh, the whole like, I'm gonna make everyone do what I say. I missed this, but that's fine. Everything working like a clock to order. Oh. Dude, it's gonna happen. He's gonna be a bad guy. He's gotta be, okay? I don't trust him. Not a lick. Alright. Pardon. Alright, we'll start the next game. Even though I have to finish stream in like 40 minutes, so I'm probably gonna be devastated. The Dicky Peg. What? You know, I'm not gonna question it. He has such bad guy energies, right? But also, like, so did... Is his name... I always think his name was Gaia. Was it Gaia? Was it something like Gaia?
My Rolly is back on the beat again, so all thanks to the Reaper.
Still think I drove more than days that hunting out small change in the gutter. I'm a better Bobby now, looking out for lunches. They're dropping the pennies, my lovely wife.
I love these two. They're so cute. Wait, she left him? No? She loves him? Yeah, do you remember... God, what's his name? The dude who's the bad guy. I think he was a bad guy in DLC.
Virus comes for an atter, so it ain't too boring. She's always going on about them cases what Shams is looking into. Criminal investigations are kind of interesting when you get into them.
She's so cool. I love her. Gant. Oh, Gant. Okay. Why do I think Gaia? I was like, that doesn't make sense. Gant. Okay. Or she was arrested because she threw the knife. Yeah. Well, she shouldn't have been arrested though. It was an accident. Anyway. Yes, I renounce my upbringing and chose a life of sophisticated crime. But regrets, please. Give over, bruv. That ain't the Ash we knew. We got time in here, plan the comeback of Milverton and Skulkin' Milk Run. The three Musker Watsons. Milking the neighborhood. What? They're gonna be milking the whole neighborhood. Oh my god. Okay, I mean, I don't know what you're talking about. Ooh. Back here.
Susato-san, this past 6 months has been a time I shall remember forevermore. Painful goodbyes and wonderful encounters. I've come to realize that's what life is all about. Naruhodo-san, I promise your sister will return to you one day. But for now, I leave you with many memories and a heartfelt wish that life will treat you well.
You can marry me when you come back, okay? Any day now, Susato-san. I love her. Oh, they're screenshot together. Oh, it's so cute. God, I love Shams. Why is he such a man? He's such a dork. Don't get me wrong, he's too stupid. But the hair. Okay, shut up. And? Hey! Why is this game still not finished? The temptation to just end stream. Why is there more? The credits are too interesting, guys. Voice actors. Claire Morgan. I'm trying to see if there's any familiar ones. Not really. I mean, there's not that much talking either. I like how they're like greeting them, I guess, as they walk past, or at least doing an animation. Oh yeah, the lady. Do I? There's a pause button. I don't know if there's like a... Alright, we're just gonna have to keep going. Objection? Bro. Fuck. Love to see you on the stand. Objection! Oh, shit. Objection! How you doing, Balvorn? How's it going? How's life? I don't know what to do now, so, I guess we'll just, like, sit here for a little bit. Guys, I've been watching a lot of anime recently. I've watched, like, the first episode of a bunch of different animes that are open for the new season. Guys, The Agent of 4 Seasons Dance of Spring is amazing. I've watched 2 episodes and it's insane. It's incredibly involved. It's great. That's definitely my top pick so far. That or what's the other one I watched? Actually, there's so many good ones. It's the lady. Bookworm season 4 is here. I know. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see what happens. Dude, I forgot. I was trying to remember like the intricacies of the story, and then they showed Lord Ferdinand, and I was like, my man. I was like, ah, this is the man I watched this for. Totally watch it for Lord Ferdinand. Just like her new mother. I'm okay, Han. How are you? I'm good. I'm just, you know, just hanging out, talking about anime. Anime is good. What animes do I have here? Guys, we're gonna just talk about anime while this keeps going. It only says pause. I don't know what the game wants from me. It doesn't want me to, like, back out. But yeah, I've been pretty good. I got work in the morning, so I do have to end stream in 40 minutes. 40. Anime. Hi, Lily. Do you want to hear more anime talk? Of course you do. Hi. How was your class? I do. I know you do. Tell me all. Oh God, it's tragic. It's a lot. What am I up to? I watched the first episode of Always a Catch. Okay. Okay, so Always a Catch, I don't know what the appeal is quite yet, but there's some funky animations in it that just make me kind of adore it. It's about a girl who is like basically told by her parents to go marry someone. So go find someone suitable to marry, like nobles kind of and whatever else. But everyone in her country is already taken, I guess. So she goes to the neighboring country, and this guy, I guess, doesn't have his glasses on, so he accidentally is like, I'm breaking your engagement with my brother. And he's like the crown prince or something, or will be, whatever. Doesn't matter, it's a whole thing. But there's some really good animations in there where they just go, like, it's really like curvy animations. It's great, okay, if I showed you, it's great. Also, I recognize cameos in the crowd scene, so I have high hopes. Dude, it's gonna be good. Oh, I just realized it's all of him and his friends now. That's actually really cute. I wasn't really paying attention, but it's nice that it's like, he now has a group of friends to help him. You know, Ginny should join the crew. She can steal stuff, or be a politician. I believe in her. We love you, Ginny. Anyway. Do you watch Made in Abyss? Which one? Wait, isn't there multiple? Wait, no. I'm thinking of Tales of the Abyss. Made in the Abyss is the one where it's the kids and the I have not watched that one. I think my sister watched the first couple of episodes once, but I'm scared. If that makes sense. Wait, if I am indeed thinking of the right anime, let me check. I don't know, I always think of the Tales of the Abyss. Isn't this the one where, like, why are you scared? Isn't it the one where they're, like, trapped by bad guys or something? Maybe I'm wrong. Yay, we did it! Woo, we got to the end. You will fucking love Hamlet the Nutter, though he doesn't really appear until the Academy, I think. Okay, we'll get there. Why is this so long? Kinda, maybe? Made in Abyss is deeply fucked up, though. I'm not crazy then. Okay, so from my recollection, Made in the Abyss. Oh, it's pretty. It's all different. Isn't it about two kids that basically find out that they're like trapped in this world where if they're trapped in a world where once they're a certain age, they get like eaten by the people who like take care of them? I thought that was, maybe I'm wrong. The Abyss. Lily, stop thinking about pussy, okay? All right, we've talked about this. I'm sorry. No? What am I? Oh, I'm thinking of The Promised Neverland. Never mind. The Promised Neverland is the one I'm thinking of. What's this one again? Anyway, I have not watched it. I'm gonna read. Wait, no. You know what? Do they even have it in here? Guys, much to my shock, it is not in Crunchyroll? What's happening? The Promised Neverland, I loved that one! But doesn't it sound like messed up that it's like sad and stuff? Hey look guys, the next game! Ooh, Resolve 2. I'm gonna forget that. New game! Yay! Pirate it! Well, it's funny you say that because I think I might have it pirated. Guys, I would have a look, but if I'd, well, I would have to unplug my camera. So hi, Sasato-san! Oh my god, her dad actually died.
Standing here in the bright sunshine, looking out over the vast ocean. Those days in London seem like a dream. But I do miss my time in England's vast capital.
Stuff's happening. It's the one where they go deeper into the weird-ass abyss and it turns out the deeper you go and the more fucked shit it is. It's like a literal and societal sense. Oh no.
I've no doubt that at this very moment, he's fighting some noble cause in court.
That's a lot of belief in me. Cuts to him being like, I did not cut off this guy's penis, okay?
For taking so long to come to visit you.
I read the manga for that one, all of it. Oh, okay. You know what? I will have a look at it again because obviously I was wrong. I don't know why I thought that that one was The Promised Neverland.
Just 2 months after arriving home.
What? I find myself faced with another awful crime. Oh my god, is my tutorial gonna be with you? Oh, the girl! The Swan Lady! She returns!
So I came here today
I don't know what's happening anymore. Okay, friend, I'm asleep. Enjoy the rest of your stream, and I hope work goes quickly tomorrow. Thank you, Lissy. I'll see you tomorrow for a coffee bright and early.
as a lawyer.
Should be good. Should be good. Look after yourself and sleep well. I was talking about The Promised Neverland. No clue what the others are talking about. Oh, okay.
So please.
Oh, she's dead.
I ask for your guidance. Kazuma-sama.
Wait, so the Swan Lady died on that turf? That ain't good. Lol, I'm not back. Oh yeah, that's right! Enjoy your time off, girly, okay? Have the best time. Play all the Marvel Rivals, okay? Have a wonderful weekend, okay? Yeah, have fun. I should be fun. We'll hang out. It'll be good. 13th of August. August. Wait, when was the last trial? February? January? Not January. June? April. It was April. I think it was April. Yeah. So it's been 3-ish months. Well, good night. Good night. Manga was fun. Kind of missed it. Wish the last arc was better though. I feel like like that applies to almost every anime. It's always like, could have ended better, but also like, what would you come up with? And the answer is,
Here I am again after 9 months.
Oh, it's been 9 months. My math. My date. My memory.
The Supreme Court of Judication of Japan.
Oh, okay, so she's saying, yeah. Okay, so Susato, I guess, is gonna be my tutorial for this round.
I feel so nervous, but I must still my nerves and find a way to compose myself.
Ah, good, yeah. Doesn't do for a lawyer to be late.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Hardly recognize you. Cut a fine figure, counsel. But you look as white as a sheet, and those white eyes aren't doing you any favors either.
Oh dear. The truth is, I'm so incredibly nervous, I feel utterly nauseated. I almost wish I'd never been born.
Goodness, not the sort of thing a father hopes to hear from his daughter, I must say.
Eugen Mikotaba, Professor of Medicine at the Imperial Yumei University, a man who earlier in his life traveled to Great Britain to study the latest advances in forensic medical sciences, and of course, my brilliant father.
Excuse me? Oh, another lady! I need a different female voice, guys. On top of all my other female voices.
Would I be correct in thinking that you're to be my lawyer in the court today? Oh, yes. Yes, that's right, miss. Well, I want to thank you for agreeing to represent me. I swear on my life. It's a complete fabrication, this whole thing.
I'm gonna forget her voice tomorrow.
Rei Membami, born the same year as I, and my greatest friend. Though unusual for a woman our time, she works at the University Research Laboratory helping my father. And sadly, she's the defendant in today's trial.
I like how this mirrors the last one, where it was Kazuma defending Ryunosuke, and now it's the other way around.
Accused of committing a truly awful murder. Are you feeling all right? Since we started talking, you seem, well, to have become a little flushed. Oh my, it's just that. You look so gallant and dashing.
Kiss.
Sorry? And when I fell under your intense gaze, it made me feel rather bashful.
I should watch the anime of it. I only seen the first season. Wait, of what? Sorry? Yeah, yeah. Apparently they wrote a lot in the other seasons. Might be fun. Made of the Abyss or a different one? Of Premise Neverland. Okay, we're getting there. It's going around in circles. My arm. Okay.
Goodness, I don't think she knows. She hasn't realized who I am.
Wait, really? It would seem our little plan for this trial is gonna work.
What do you mean, Professor Mikotaba?
If even your best friend can't see through the disguise, I think we can relax.
Disguise? Yes, I've never tried dressing this way before, of course, so I wasn't sure how convincing it would be. But this does make me feel a little relieved, as you say, Father. Father? What? Is that you, Susato-san?
Also, they can be gay. Gay wasn't invented until I was born. They can't be gay. Gay wasn't invented until I was born. Lily? I'm sorry to break it to you, but gay's been a thing for a really long time. Sorry to break it to you. But as a history student, I agree with myself. Objection! I'm getting Con in the stand. I'm sure he'll get upset at you. Maybe. Or he might just blatantly agree with you.
No! What are you doing? What's going on? What? The varsity uniform, the varsity cap, the varsity cape, the varsity badge. Look at you. You look, for all the world, just like a student of the Imperial Yumei University, a male student.
Does she really?
I'm so glad you think so. It means all my preparations have been worthwhile. I woke at 4 this morning to make a start. But I don't understand. Why are you dressed like that? Well, you see.
It was the only way. The only way she would be permitted into the Supreme Court to take on your defense in this trial.
My defense? Never before in my life have I felt so frustrated over having been born into this body.
Sasato sans trans? What? Hello? Slay?
Courts in Japan are barred to women.
I was wondering that.
We're not even allowed to set foot inside the courtroom.
Okay, it's the Sir system, but it could be the other thing too.
Despite the fact the laws of the land apply to all people, male and female alike.
Now, Susato-san mad at misogyny. For good reason, for good reason.
But women are forbidden. Just for today, I'll be leaving my true self at the courtroom door, so that I can act as your lawyer. Oh, Susato, you'd go to such lengths for me? Of course, you're my greatest friend. I just worry that I shan't be the lawyer you deserve. Oh no, I have complete faith in you. Ray. It's so strange. I mean, you're such an accomplished judicial assistant already, and yet, just because you're a woman. What a wretched reason. I mean, why shouldn't you be allowed in court? You're so gallant and dashing. Ray, please don't look at me like that, with those flushed cheeks and doting eyes.
I mean, gay. Well, maybe I was born thousands of years ago. You don't know. You know what? You're totally right. Lily is the actual vampire, okay? I repeat, gay!
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just, you really do look so dashing. Yes, you mentioned that once or twice.
You should be pleased. It means you look convincing as a man.
I'm pleased, I think. It certainly helped to bolster my confidence today. Ray, you're managing to put on a brave face in all of this, but I can see through it. I've noticed how your shoulders are slumped and how you're trembling ever so slightly.
Do you sparkle in the sunlight? Sequence.
Susato, you do believe me, don't you? I didn't do it. I couldn't have. I mean, murder? Of course. You have done nothing to worry about. Your conscience is perfectly clean. Isn't that right? Yeah. Yes, it is. Perfectly clean.
Yeah, kill him, Han. What? I don't know. I haven't been outside for redacted years. Yeah, kill him, Han. Who am I killing?
Which is why I stand by you until the bitter end of this trial. Whatever happens, I'll always be by your side, despite the hiccups. Because that's what it means to be a defense lawyer.
You got this.
That means so much to me, Susato.
Defendant's court, let's go inside. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Go back at once. Right, if you're late, the judge won't hesitate to pronounce you guilty.
Stand aside. Don't think I've ever seen her run so fast.
Well, Susato, you've certainly surprised your father. Gone to such lengths to be admitted into courtroom, and with no prior experience of being a lawyer.
There was simply no other way. That's all there is to it. But father, you haven't told her, have you? I mean, I'm right in assuming that Ray doesn't know how it came to this.
Yeah, quite right. I've kept that information from her. Would only worry her if she found out that no other lawyer would agree to take her case. I didn't want to burden her with that.
And is it true, the reason why every other lawyer is refusing to take the case? Is it really because of who the victim was?
Oh, for good reason. We should be making a move now too. As you know, law isn't my field, but I'll do what I can to support my student.
Thank you, father.
Sequence. I'm kind of scared, but also hot. What? I just want to say my stream stopped working the moment you put down your glasses and looked at the camera menacingly. I'm kind kind of scared but also hurt. Did it really stop working at the same time? There's something so funny about being like, put the glasses back on! The stream won't work without the glasses! And I'm like, shit, alright then, I'm putting them back on. What do you want from me?
Sasato Makotoba. 8 months ago, I accompanied a student of law on a great study trip to Great Britain. But 2 months ago, due to unforeseen circumstances, I found myself back in Japan. Woo! How many times have I wished that he were here? I wonder.
Sounds like somebody has a crush.
Still, I have no choice but to steel myself for the trial ahead. Wish me luck, Naruhodo-san.
I'm excited to see her her outfit. We have to keep going to see her outfit. Yes. Yes. Takes off the glasses again. Oh no, the stream's gonna break. I shouldn't tempt fate, actually. 13th of August at 9 a.m. Oh, damn! Her outfit's so cool! This court is now in session to hear the trial of Raymond Babby. Why? Oh, he's got a different outfit. Amazing. A prosecution is fully ready to proceed, Your Excellency. Oh my god, she looks so good. Defense counsel, are you ready? Yes, Your Excellency, we are ready. Oh, ready. Gotta be so funny. You gotta look at the camera menacingly, too. What do you think you're doing? Put down the bagel. Okay. Ah, yes, Counsel. According to your registration details, your name is, Ryutaro Naruhodo. Is that right? Married. Ryutaro. That was your best name? Sorry. Ah, yes, I had to come up with a suitable male name for you for this little venture, so I'm afraid to say I simply put down the first name that sprung to mind. Well, Counsel.
Yes, that's right, that's me. Yes, I'm Ryutaro. He has vowed to uphold the pride of the great Naruhodo clan.
Ah. It seems Ryutaro may need to consider how better to uphold his manly act first and not overdo it. And those wild, wide eyes aren't doing any favors either. Just relax and listen.
Naruhodo?
A fresh face in the courtroom, if I'm not mistaken. But the name Naruhodo, would that perchance be? You may be thinking of Ryunosuke Naruhodo, currently in Britain as part of a study program. This is, his cousin. That's right, Ryutaro here has been studying the provinces, but was called to the capital for this trial. Assure you in matters of law, his knowledge rivals that of any of Tokyo's pre-eminent lawyers.
Any of them. Any of them.
Put it down and disobey the hierarchs. Oh god, it did break the stream, it broke me! Wait, so who are we playing as? We're playing as Sasato. Or hey, this guy. Wait, we're back in Japan? Lily has been so distracted looking at me with glasses that she hasn't been paying attention to the game. Lily! This game funny. I know, right? Lily. We're back in, so Sasato went back to Japan at the end of the last game because she heard her father was ill. Obviously, he's okay. Anyway, so she returned, and now our tutorial game this is the next game. Our tutorial is Sasato dressed up as a man in order to defend her friend in court. Okay, done. Shh, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay then, Lily, okay? How gay are you? Yeah, come on, just say it, we all know it, okay? Oh, okay, thank you, I appreciate it. Madam, sir, madam, sir. What a pitiful situation. Having been rejected by every lawyer in the capital, the accused has had to call in a country boy.
How dare you? Sasato is every bit as gallant and dashing as any of you Tokyo attorneys. I won't have you making fun of her. Please be careful, Ray.
What an unrefined tomboy we have here. But I wonder, is your gallant and dashing lawyer up to the challenge of defending you? His wide, skittish eyes very much suggest that he is not.
I'm so nervous. Now that I'm standing in his shoes, I'm starting to understand what Naruhodo goes through. Like it or not, eyes are wont to flit.
So they did the eyes the same way Naruhodo always looks like a bird. I'm not gay at all. I'm a lesbian. I'm sorry. So how lesbian are you?
The case is to be heard on this day is a matter of great significance to our national interests. In fact, it would be reasonable to assume that the outcome of this trial may very well affect the very future of our empire.
Just like the trial 9 months ago. And yet for proceedings of such importance, we have this unknown yokel by the dock. Dear me.
Perhaps this would be an appropriate moment for me to assess the defense, to determine whether you are sufficiently competent. Okay.
Can I skim over this? Let me see.
Alright, it's time to prove myself.
Aw. She did the same thing he does.
Yes, Your Excellency. Please do make them simple.
Oh, well. Very well. To start with, you all state the name of the victim.
That is simple. I couldn't forget it if I tried.
Can I look him? Oh, I don't even have a court record yet.
Oh.
What's the matter?
I'm standing in his shoes. I'm starting to understand something else now how it goes through. Like it or not, minds are want to blank.
It's not surprising, really. It's your first time in this position, and that guy's even a bright spark like you is bound to flicker and falter a little under the circumstances.
Oh dear, this is a dismal failure.
Don't fret. You need only use the knowledge you've gained as a judicial assistant to overcome the problem. Oh my god.
Giselle Brett, female, British. Time of death, 11th of August, at around 2 p.m. Cause of death, a single stab wound from behind, piercing a lung, and injured in a fatal hemorrhage, resulting. Death would have occurred within minutes. Notes, extreme meiosis, pupil constriction, was observed in the victim in both eyes. Interesting. Makes me wonder, is it going to be akin to, like, poison again in this regard, or is it going to be something else entirely?
Yes!
The name of the victim who lost her life in this case is Mr. Giselle Brett. Giselle Brett.
Name will surely be forgotten in the courtrooms of our country, I'm sure.
Never be.
Enjoying the stream? Feel free to drop a follow. Lily, don't confuse me. I have achieved renewable energy in the form of lesbian gay panic. Blessed be my name. I just want to take a photo of that. I've made renewable energy.
Okay.
And being a member of our empire's judiciary, you will be well aware of the significance of that name.
Yes.
I'm just gonna skim through this a little bit.
Behind the woman's student persona was the face of a killer.
Yes!
9 months ago.
Yeah.
The culprit was Giselle Brett.
Yeah, she was a killer.
Okay, we're good.
You're welcome. You're cute. I'll fight you.
With kisses?
I'm still sad that we found out that John Wilson's dead. Why did he have to die in the first case? Listen, we just did all this, guys. We don't need it. We don't need the recap. Once the case starts getting into the meat and potatoes of it, we'll take it more seriously. Again, this was kind of like one of the reasons why I was like, we could do this now. Like, we can like chomp through all of this tutorial stuff now. Then I can go to bed. Sorry. Okay. Correct, I oversaw the negotiations personally. The date of her transfer to Shanghai was finally settled upon only last week, and all that remained of our empire's obligations was to see the woman safely on board a steamship. And yet, the very day before her departure, the Englishwoman was killed.
Only the day before.
It's pretty serious. Poor John Wilson, whoever he is. You too! Yeah, fight me! She's trying. That will do. I'm satisfied with the counsel for the defense is sufficiently capable of representing the defendant.
Oh. Thank you, Your Excellency. For the first hurdle.
Now, summary of the incident, you please. Ouchie.
As you wish, Your Excellency.
The repugnant crime took place on the 11th of August in broad daylight. Wow, beautiful place. On the outskirts of the imperial capital, under a bright blue sky at a secluded bathing spot by the sea.
The incident occurred inside a small beach hut erected for bathers to rest or change their clothes. The cause of death was a single stab wound to the posterior abdomen that pierced the victim's lung, an injury which proved fatal.
Why was she holding a pen like that, though?
There were two persons alone together in the beach hut at the time of the victim's death, Miss Brett in her bathing attire, and the accused, Ray Membami. Accordingly, there can be no doubt to the accused's guilt, especially when we consider she had a powerful motive. The police arrived rapidly at the scene, promptly arresting the young lady.
Okay, but who found them? Whoa. Extraordinary description of events leaves me somewhat lost for words, I must say.
That's certainly true. The prosecution's summary was full of words that raised an awful lot of questions. As a lawyer, I really ought to pick up the prosecution counsel on what he said.
Being alone together, a powerful motive. I mean, I think all of these are interesting, but what's the motive?
You're clearly exaggerating. Powerful motive is a blatant overstatement.
Is the yokel boy using long words he doesn't fully understand?
I beg your pardon.
No matter. Let us put this to the accused, shall we? Membami-san, you are a research assistant at the Imperial University, I believe.
Yes, I am. I'm working with Professor Makotaba in his laboratory at the moment.
Well, I can confirm that. The defendant is an excellent assistant with a strong sense of responsibility. Fascinating to hear. Now, another question. Prior to your work with Professor Makotaba, whose research were you assisting then?
Oh, I was studying under Dr. John H. Wilson.
Oh, it's all coming together. Dr. Wilson, the visiting English professor who was murdered by Miss Brett 9 months ago. That's a pretty good motive. That John Wilson. You getting it together, girlie. The accused had a deep-seated respect for our former mentor, Dr. Wilson. Is that not true?
Yes, Dr. Wilson was a wonderful man.
Interesting. Then tell the court what deep-seated feelings you had towards the Englishwoman who killed him.
Well, obviously I was filled with hatred for what she'd done. A powerful hatred.
Oh no, Ray, be careful of what you're saying.
Oh. The motive was revenge. Plain and simple, Your Excellency.
Well, it was certainly a trap all along.
How wicked of him to use Ray's undying respect for her former mentor against her like that. Bami-san. Yes, what is it, Sasa? Naruhodo-san. I'm really starting to wish we made my alias Ryutaru Sasato. Please tell the court why exactly you were present at the bathing spot with the victim in the first place, and why you were alone with her. Oh, well, no, that's not true. It wasn't like that at all. There were other people present, a detective who was guarding Miss Brett for starters. I was just asked to accompany Miss Brett as a companion, that's all. But let us be clear. At the moment of her death, you were alone together with the victim in the hut, and you and no one else.
The detective is suspicious. He probably did it.
The truth is, there's only one reason why this young woman accompanied Miss Brett on her bathing sojourn. It was the accused's last chance to take the victim's life. No. Because, as we know, the following day would see Miss Brett extradited to the British authorities in Shanghai.
I think that's the right way to say it. I remember now. Just Iris's dad. Is Iris the girl in the first game who doesn't know what happened to her dad? Yes. Iris is the girl with the pink hair. She didn't know what happened to her dad. And the sad thing is that we know that her dad is dead already and died in Japan back, 3 months prior, but we haven't been able to break the news to her yet. I'm so smart. Yeah, you are. Oh my god. As pretty as much as she has brains. So smart and so pretty.
Kindly refrain from conjecture, counsel.
The prosecution's counsel seems to enjoy using provocative tricks like that. He's showing his leg and everything. God, I'm quite distracted. But for now, at least, we need to assemble more facts.
Hi, Lily. I wonder, could you explain the bathing spot?
Sorry, I lost the voice. The voice is gone in my head. Is it bedtime yet? Almost.
My apologies. Clearly my modernity has confused the poor country bumpkin's simple mind. Bathing spots are the very latest trend in health practices from the West. We are told that bathing in the water of the ocean is curative, therapeutic, excellent for the skin. No, that's not what I mean. I was referring to the facts that Miss Brett had, to all intents and purposes, been found guilty of murder. Why would a known criminal have been relaxing by the sea?
That's a good point.
For time's sake, I believe. Sorry. Miss Brett was to depart for Shanghai the following day. Her final wish, as it were to enjoy a day at our country's wonderful coast. And the British Embassy put extreme pressure on our government to comply.
They would.
But on what grounds would we agree to such a request?
Because, as usual, our government is unable to stand up to foreign powers. Australia. In matters of diplomacy, it seems we don't even have the courage to decline the whims of a known criminal.
Don't look at me, at me, Professor. It was the government who granted the permission, not I. In any case, it was decided that with a dedicated detective on duty, nothing could go wrong. But in fact, a murder took place. I said don't look at me. It was the young student girl who did it, not I. No one has proved that yet.
Well, I wouldn't provoke the man if you didn't need to. Not gonna lie, I can't imagine him with any other voice. Oop. I mean, I have done his voice consistently for almost every game now, right? He always comes in as like the first case and it's like, hey mate, how's it going? Well, not like that. Ah! That's my old man voice. I'm glad that my voice is stuck in your brain, okay? We have a clear picture now. Despite her guilt being determined 9 months ago, Miss Brett managed to avoid incarceration, instead continuing her research at the university. Which makes no sense, by the way. Obviously, over the period, she and Ray would have encountered each other on a number of occasions.
Seeing the murderer of the mentor for whom she had such great respect enjoying such undeserved liberty. Poor Ray.
So, Your Excellency, if you'd be so kind as to peruse this exhibit, our photographic print that shows the scene of the crime. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Inspect it, inspect it. Okay, so wine. There's a hole in the back, very obviously, surely. Why would there be such an obvious hole in the back? Okay, her stuff's open. I do find it interesting that she was specifically holding a pen, but the pen almost looks like rigid enough, like she's got enough feeling in her hand that she was like clenching it really hard, you know what I mean? But also, how did the wine fall so close to her face? You know what I mean? There's also multiple feet here, right? We can agree on that, right? Unless that was the police walking around, but like, look at how many feet marks there are. And she was wearing heels, right? Or like, they wouldn't have made that kind of implant. I mean, maybe they could have, but like, that's obviously a man's shoe, so surely. Anyway. Okay. We intend to reprove the accused's appalling actions beyond all possible contention. To that end, I can confirm that we have multiple witnesses to the crime and damning evidence.
Witnesses, but who?
One of whom, I might add, is a highly respectable police detective. Don't trust. I assure you, the testimony of these witnesses will leave no room for doubt. Try it. Makes it sound like he has like 3. Alright. I, Takatsuchi Aochi, have been waiting for this moment.
Sorry.
Oh yes, I haven't forgotten that trial 9 months ago here in this very courtroom, when that irrelevant little student boy utterly humiliated me. We don't need to rewatch this. Oh, my neck really hurts. So good. So good. Strike the head of a samurai whose top knot has been cut, and the bell of cultural enlightenment tolls. Yes, on that fateful day, my former self died.
The start of your own mini Meiji revolution. Are you modernizing as well, Council?
Silence. Since I swore revenge back then, there have been a minor miracle atop my head. Observe the ouchie growth. Please, no. I don't want to see your growth. No. See? You see the seed of hope sprouting forth from the barren expanse of my crown? I'm so uncomfortable. Lol, what? Yes. What? Oh my god.
I think that tiny growth is trying to tell me something.
Run.
I'm afraid I can't really see. Well, where is the hope exactly?
I said silence. Today I face another yokel student of the Naruhodo clan, and I will vanquish you. And my victory will be fertilizer for the seed of hope atop my head. You have been warned.
with that, the prosecution calls the witness stand. There was so much stupidness.
It looks like the stakes are high on both sides of this trial. Prosecution and the defense each have much to lose.
A haircut is hardly comparable to Ray's life.
Hey, we know that guy. Hey, we know that guy. That's so crazy. What are they both doing here? Please state your name and occupations for the court. This is what I mean in this game. You don't expect people to turn up and then lo and behold. Did I give this guy... I gave this guy the Miles Edgeworth voice before we met the other guy who obviously had the Miles Edgeworth voice, right? I think I did. I think I did. Unless I just changed his name to be kind of neutral, but like, I can't remember.
Chief Inspector Saturn Hosonaga, Imperial Police Bureau. I'm in disguise, obviously, so I don't go undetected.
Right, I'll believe that. This guy had like, I feel like he had a lot of anxiety. I know that. I want to say tried to give him like a little bit of like a squeaky voice. A little bit of like, a little more squeaky.
I am, well,
The next big thing in books. Maybe it was just anxiety.
the author renowned throughout the capital, in fact, yes. Soon to be sold out, the satirical I Am Cat, a sensational success by Soseki Natsume. Oh my goodness. Struggling student from the provinces, please, you needn't be in awe of me. I needn't? It's only natural that you'd feel nervous in my presence, but all of you, please relax, call me Soseki even. Yes. What on earth is Soseki-san doing here?
Tread lightly, Sasato. That awful fellow knows you from your time in London, doesn't he? If he exposes you for who you are, this will be over before it's begun.
Yes, of course, I know. I presume Soseki-san won't have forgotten about me. I could certainly never forget him.
I mean, you knew him for like one day, like several months ago, but sure, mate. I mean, I wouldn't forget a case like that either. Anxiety and also monoxide poisoning. What does monoxide poisoning sound like? Like, how would you... what sort of sounds would you make? Probably the coughing, right?
Though he doesn't seem to have changed somewhat in the 6 months or so since I last saw him. And as for Inspector Hosonaga, that amazing outfit is hard to believe.
Do I have something on my face?
Well, your glasses for one, although they don't seem to be helping you to see.
I love that. Can I just say, there's something so funny. As soon as like a character is brought in to be the main character, they are suddenly the sassiest bitch in the planet, okay? Miles, fucking whatever, Miles, Phoenix, Sasato, and Naruhodo, all of them who sit, like, whenever they're in this person perspective, they're like, well, if you want it, you can try, you know, like, they're really just sassy. It's great. Choking and then deaf. Okay. It sounds like losing brain. Okay. Did we meet Von Karma's predecessor yet? Not sure. There's the Baron von Zeeks. That could be the stand-in for that, but I wouldn't trust anyone in this entire story to be actually related to anyone other than Ouchie.
Thank goodness he hasn't recognized me either.
I suppose it's this disguise, isn't? I thought that appearing here in the clothes I was wearing at the time would make for a more faithful testimony. It is my guiding principle to carry out all testimonies flawlessly.
Well, I can appreciate why an Imperial Police Bureau detective might have been present. But what business does a writer such as yourself have being at the scene, Soseki-san?
Well, you see, I had been asked the day to give a lecture.
It's coming back to me, can you tell?
On the morning of the incident, in the Imperial University Grand Lecture Hall, no less.
That's such a fucking long word.
At Yume.
I'm just gonna call it Yume. Because everyone's a sassy inside their heads. You know what? That's true. You're right. Oh my god, I have to go to bed. Fuck. Okay. I blinked and it was like 12 minutes. What the fuck happened? Alright, bedtime. I go to bed. I got work, yeah. I got work bright and early in the morning. Okay. Guys, you know, we'll probably just continue this game. As I've said before, like, I'm not really currently in the mindset to be like, hey, we're going to play this. Like, I'm not in the mindset to be like, this is, like, knowing what I want to do next, okay? I don't want to make a decision yet, okay? So I feel like I'm better off just kind of, like, just keep going with this game, you know what I mean? Like, even if we get halfway through it and decide to take a break again or something, or maybe I just play it long enough to finish the first case and then we'll, like, delve into it further later down the track, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't want to make a decision. Night Han, Illy, sleep well. Does your workplace serve hot cocoa? Don't answer. I want to be disappointed. What? Yeah, we have hot chocolate. Okay, we always have hot chocolate. I drink it. That's how I know. All the time. That and chai. No, I'm hopeful now. As if seeing my face wouldn't be hopeful enough. Okay. So I cut my lungs out. Okay. So true. I love you. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you'll have an excellent day today and tomorrow, okay? Have a wonderful night's sleep. Thank you all for hanging out, and I will see you all tomorrow. And we'll have more time to, I guess, get into this first case. I don't know what else I'm gonna do. Though, Skyrim. How tempting, how tempting. Oh, I want to play Skyrim. Anyway, good night, guys. Gonna be thinking about it. Probably modded. I just have some base mods that I never get rid of.